Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video, and today we are doing our WWE Royal Rumble 2024 predictions. Alright YouTube, thank you for clicking on this video, and today, like I just said and you guys saw by the thumbnail, we are doing our WWE Royal Rumble 2024 predictions, and this is the first time in quite some time that we are doing a pay-per-view / premium live event prediction video, whether it's AEW or WWE. But the Royal Rumble is next Saturday, and you guys are seeing this on the Friday before that. And if anything else gets added on SmackDown tonight, I don't know what it is, and I don't think it's going to be important because I don't think anything will be added. But we have 4 matches on the card, and it might not be a video just like that, like 4 matches and be done. We're actually going to predict the Iron Survivor, which is, or like, I think it's called the Iron Survivor, which is like the longest person in the Rumble match. We'll do that for the men and women. We'll do the winner, and we'll just predict it like that. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's get straight into my picks. Maybe we see some debuting superstars. We'll talk about that when we get to the Rumble matches. But let's start off with our first match. All right, the first match we're going to talk about is the United States Championship match, and we have Kevin Owens taking on the reigning champion, Logan Paul. So guys, I think this is honestly going to be a great match. This will probably kick off the show. I would not be surprised if it doesn't. But we know this feud has been picking up for some time. I don't know how long the time frame has been, but it has been a good feud so far, in my opinion. I like Logan Paul as the United States champion. I know you guys might call me crazy for saying that, but I think Logan Paul actually is a great United States champion for the WWE. And he is like the perfect person to hold a championship right now in the product because he is a celebrity, quote unquote. I don't know if you consider him one now. I guess you do. He is the YouTube sensation, the boxing guy, which he sucked at boxing. But with him having the belt, we have eyes on the product from non-WWE fans. Like, I have friends that don't even watch WWE that know who Logan Paul is, and he is the WWE United States champion. But on the other hand, we have the prize fighter Kevin Owens trying to get that United States belt. Will the Canadian take the United States championship like he did back in like 2018, I want to say, when he was like the new face of America or whatever it was? I'll put a picture on the screen of what I'm talking about. But I think Logan Paul brought up a good point. Why would a Canadian hold the United States championship? It's kind of funny. It's corny, I guess, but it's a good point. And this match will be on first, I bet. Could be wrong. But will Kevin Owens' like broken hand, I don't know if it actually is broken, but it might be. Will he win the belt? I don't think he's going to win it. So with my pick for the opening contest, probably. So for the US title, Logan Paul versus KO. Logan Paul will retain that championship at the Royal Rumble this year. Next up, we're going to talk about the Women's Royal Rumble. And guys, this Women's Royal Rumble can have great potential to be, arguably, I think, the greatest Women's Royal Rumble to date. Ever since they did it back in, I think, 2018 was the first female Royal Rumble they did, where Asuka won, and that was like where Japan all won, Shinsuke won, and Asuka. But this definitely has potential. So, will we see some debuts here or some returns? My pick is we will see some debuts. The obvious one is Jade Cargill. I think she will make her in-ring debut for WWE after jumping ship from AEW to WWE back in 2023. So I think this is the perfect time to utilize her, and I honestly think she will be the Iron Survivor. I think she will take that. She'll make a great debut. And this next person isn't a debut, but I think this will get her like on the main roster. I think Tiffany Stratton will show up probably around like number, I'm gonna guess like 16. I don't know. We'll think about it. But if she comes out at number 16, that's gonna be crazy because I was right. But I think it's about time for her to get the main roster push. So I feel like if she comes out, she'll make a good like look on the audience and for us watching at home and be like, hey, she's pretty legit, because not many people watch NXT, including me. I really don't watch it that much, but I know the basic stars like Tiffany Stratton and them. But Anyone else that I think is going to make their debut at the Rumble? I don't think anyone else will make their debut. But returns, on the other hand, that is where things get interesting. Because there's a lot of speculations now, since CM Punk is back in WWE after 10 years, that his wife, AJ Lee, is going to show up at the Rumble. There's teases all over Twitter that, or not really teases, but like people are saying it's teases because it's like AJ Lee reference. Because like I know when Punk came back, he did that promo on Raw, and he said something about AJ Lee. That might be it. She might show up. I don't think so, but I would not be surprised if she does. And two other women who could come back are actually two women that walked out of the company following WrestleMania 38. That's the one in Dallas, right? The most recent one. I think that is 38. But, you know, they won the women's tag team titles, and then they were unhappy with how they were going to be booked. Thanks to Vince McMahon. Yeah, that guy over there. Yeah, you see him on the screen. Yeah, he's over there somewhere with that weird mustache. But anyways, I think that Sasha Banks, or Mercedes Moné, whatever you want to call her, I'm guessing she'll go by Sasha Banks if she comes back, because I think New Japan, or she might own the trademark, but I definitely think she'll go by Sasha Banks, because that's what the WWE Universe, and I know her as. I think she has potential to come.
What do you mean by that?
And we'll see if she does, because I don't think she's going to go to AEW, even though that's where a lot of like free agents like to sign. Also, the other half of that women's tag team championship run is Trinity Fatu, aka or formerly known as Naomi. Naomi just lost the TNA Knockouts title, I believe it's called, at Hard to Kill when that happened, which was a couple weeks ago, I want to say now. And I feel like that right there just says that she's coming back to WWE. I feel like TNA and her had some mutual like respect to each other, and she's like, I'm gonna go somewhere else. And TNA like agrees to it, and then they just mutually agreed to part ways. So those are my picks. I think, what's her name? Jade Cargill's gonna show up. Tiffany Stratton's gonna make her like first main roster debut, even though it's not really main roster, but it's a main roster premium live event. What's her name? Sasha Banks and Naomi come back. Well, I think Liv Morgan is also going to show up. I know she had some legal troubles and stuff, and she was injured. And who do I think is going to win? I know a lot of people think Bayley's going to win, and I honestly think that too with this whole damage control thing, because we know Bayley thinks damage control is all like everything's good with them, but Bayley is like everything's not good with Bayley and the damage control right now. Like now with the new members Kairi Sane and Asuka, it's completely different than it was when it was just the three of them, which was Bayley, Io, and Dakota. But we'll see what happens. My prediction is that Bayley wins, and eventually damage control turns on Bayley. If not, it's going to happen soon. But I also believe that it's going to be for the new damage control. It will just be Io, Kairi, and Asuka. I think those will be the only three, and Io will be the new leader because she is the women's champion. But I think Dakota Kai will align herself with Bayley. That was a long time talking about this match, but like I said, I got Bayley winning the Women's Royal Rumble. All right, next up is the Fatal 4-Way match for the Undisputed Universal Championship, the one that Roman Reigns has held for almost 3 years now, if not 3 years. I don't know what the day is, but the match is Roman Reigns defending his belt against the phenomenal AJ Styles, the megastar in LA Knight, and the Viper Randy Orton. This is going to be a really good match as well. This is going to cook. This will deliver. And this, I think, will be the third match on the card, because I think it's going to go US title, Women's Rumble, this, and then the Men's Royal Rumble. But for this, I think it's kind of obvious. Even though I want someone else to win, I would be happy with anyone else winning the belt, but it's not going to happen. Roman Reigns will keep the belt, and that's my pick for this match. And lastly, we have the Men's Royal Rumble, guys. This is what I'm most looking forward to. Who's going to win? Who's going to show up? I don't know. But I think we all know who might win. I saw the rumors that are going around that Gunther might win. But speaking of the ring general himself, Gunther, I think he will be the one to be in the Rumble match the longest. The longest reigning Intercontinental Champion is the longest in the Royal Rumble. makes sense. He was down to the final 2, I believe, last year where Cody Rhodes eliminated him to win. But I don't think he's going to win. I could be wrong, but I don't think he is. I honestly think that this person will win, and we'll hold him off to like a minute or two when we talk about it. But let's talk about like debuts, returns. I'm trying to think who would be a good return. Who haven't we seen on WWE TV in some time? I don't know who's going to return. I'm trying to. Oh, Sheamus. That's who I was thinking of. I think Sheamus will come back because the Brawling Brutes are no more. Rich Holland, I think, is down in NXT. And Pete Dunne is back. If you didn't see that, there's a little clip right there that I'm about to play. I think Sheamus will come back. I don't think he'll win, but I think he'll have a good little stint in there. I think he's going to fight off with Gunther a little bit. I feel like that'll be something because last year at WrestleMania, they had that banger match with Drew McIntyre. So I think that will happen. And then Royal Rumble debuts Kazuchika Okada from New Japan. I probably pronounced his first name wrong, but he is, I think, a free agent. But I don't think his contract of New Japan expires till after the Royal Rumble. I could be wrong. Someone's going to have to fact check me and let me know in the comments. But I don't think he could be wrong. But he could show up. People are saying MJF's going to show up. I mean, it would be awesome for MJF to show up in WWE. He always wanted to main event WrestleMania, he says. But he is still young, so I don't think it will happen. And it's kind of being a work right now, and I think a storyline with him in the Undisputed Kingdom and Samoa Joe since he lost the belt to him at World's End. And it's been all over the place. I think he's coming back to AEW very shortly. But my pick to win the Royal Rumble, I think it's kind of obvious. I'm going with the best in the world, CM Punk, winning this match. I think it's kind of obvious, but who knows? WWE might swerve us and give it to someone else and give Punk a Mania match that is not against Seth Rollins like we all want, but I wouldn't be opposed to Seth Rollins fighting someone else if they win the Rumble, because if they fight Roman's going to win. But yep, that's my pick. CM Punk winning the WWE Men's Royal Rumble for 2024. All right, guys, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed my WWE 2024 Royal Rumble predictions. I hope you all have a great day. Take care, and I will see you next week for 2 important announcements. So take care and make sure to subscribe for more wrestling and gaming content. See you guys.